So.
Did you
go ahead, sir.
Did you want to hit the old buddy over here with that we're both racist?
Oh, let's talk about that.
I'm racist.
I mean, we really don't want to talk about it, but I did want to let him know the elephant in the room was that I'm a black guy and I'm racist, and he's a white guy and he's racist, and we're both in the room together and we're both fucking racist. I just thought I'd let the world know about that.
Let's chat here about this. We got some YouTube comments because we post all the videos from the show on YouTube.
They must not even looked at the video.
And we got last week John went off on the New Era podcast. He made some comments about them. He made some comments the week before, and somebody went in and posted on one of the videos. They said, "Jiggy, who is the big talented guy on this? LOL." So there's that.
Well, you know, I've been on the #1 radio station, you know, in a couple of different markets, you know. Hey, I mean, I do have some talent. I'm not the greatest. I mean, I'm not Jiggy Jaguar. But, you know, hey. But it's easy for the guy sitting in his mom's basement to be able to say that when, you know, he's got to get ready in 15 minutes to go be the fry cook at Sonic. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but, you know, those are the guys that usually make the comments, you know.
Well, then we had someone make a comment, and I just got a notification a couple days ago. I don't know why. YouTube's having all sorts of problems over there with their monetization and everything else. But we interviewed a band called Downfall 2012 about 3 weeks ago, maybe. And it was, let me see if I can pull up the video here to see just exactly who was in the room at the time.
It wasn't me. I remember that.
Derek Scaife was here. The big star, Derek Scaife.
Quit lying.
Star of Stage and Screen, Derek Scaife.
Quit lying.
Derek Scaife was here.
Is Derek doing porn again?
No, not anymore.
Skylo was here at the time.
I retired from the porn.
The great Skylo was here.
They wanted too many penises in the room.
You're in quite demand, I heard.
Jay Bird Wells was here at the time. DJ Spawn was here. I was here, and I believe Angel was here as well. And apparently, they made a comment. This Alexander Koniman. He made a comment. He says, "What a room full of racist haters. Where is this group even located? The back hills of Virginia?"
No. We're quite far from Virginia, sir.
So
right in the center of the Bible Belt.
Yeah.
So, we are a room full of racist haters.
How the fuck am I racist?
I don't know. He's probably a libtard, so.
How the fuck am I racist? I know there's black people that are racist, but how the fuck am I racist?
Well, Skylo's apparently a racist.
He loves nothing but white women. The whiter the better, the bigger the merrier.
So there's that, but
then you gotta, let's put it like this. Then you got a white man in the room that his kryptonite is black women with big asses. How the fuck are we racist?
Apparently we're racist.
Only thing we're missing is a midget and a Chinese person.
Well, David Vidal could probably get us the midget.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna cost.
Okay.
But you know, $20 is $20 these days, so you know.
And you know the crazy thing about that, because what was I just saying when we was out? I say, if anything, when I go off next person, I wanna Oriental fresh off the boat, don't know English at all.
And David Vidal could probably get that for you, but it will cost you.
That'll cost you $40.
That's right. So that's the YouTube comments.
So how am I racist then?
Well, it's going by
association.
Just because you're big and white, and you know it's guilty by association.
Okay, good enough. I'm cool with that, Derek.
It's guilt by association.
That's the best explanation I've heard on it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
And then
that's the reason I missed you last week, dude.
And then we got.
Sorry,
I was crying, dude. I was like, "Where's Derek going?"
I was tied up.
We've got
there's a lot of stuff been going on.
We got a message from the New Era, based upon your dig on them last week, They sent me a tweet. They said, look at this ridiculous motley crew. If there were a quote-unquote people against incest breeders of America, this would be the pick on their poster.
How the fuck are we Oh my God, these fucking dudes are retards.
So...
It's just the fact that they're not actually on any radio stations like you, and I tried to listen to their podcast. I mean, it's kind of like having a good time, good bunch of guys together like that, but I mean, if you tried to listen to it in the car, after about 15 minutes, you have to stop because it's a driving hazard because I wanted to fall asleep.
See? Well, and the last tweet is a tweet that I sent to Starmaker Bolin. Apparently, at one point, Tommy the Green Ranger challenged CM Punk to a fight.
Yeah, it was when he was being hyped for that first one.
And Jim Cornette made a comment that the Green Ranger is an idiot, blah, 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 all those different things. Well, Starmaker Bolin said that the Green Ranger is more popular than CM Punk, and I had backed him up. Because at the Comic-Con last year, CM Punk had the longest line of the whole place.
I have the slightest idea
and
what
so
the hell
he
you're
says,
talking about.
So he tweeted me back and he says, I assure you, the Green Ranger would have more fans in line than little Jimmy Cornette and CM Punky Brewster combined. And then he wants to come back on the radio show at some point. So we will have Starmaker Bolin back on here in due time, in due course.
CM Punk was a guy that started out in the Chicago area in pro wrestling and stuff. Kind of taught himself. I mean, to begin with, he's probably what you would have called, like guys in the business would have called a yard tard. But he actually got some. No, I said started. They would have said that.
Okay,
but then he got hooked up with a guy named Ace Steel.
Is that a technical?
I've known. Yeah, it is in the backstage. He got hooked up and started training with a guy named Ace Steel. Ace Steel is probably. He is probably one of the most underrated, talented guys there ever was in the wrestling business. Nicest dude you'll ever meet. Very humble, but got all the talent in the world. Punk sit there and got a following because I mean he's a great wrestler.
I think I heard the name.
He's a really good dude too. Cause,
was he on WWF or something?
Yeah, he was in the WWE, WWF for a long time. Then he just kind of got burnt out. He got with all the politics and everything. He was just like, hey, I'm done. I'm going. And he had been part of his training regimen and how he kept himself in shape was doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and MMA training and stuff. So he knew some of the guys in the business, got himself a deal with the UFC, and I think what was it, a 2-fight deal or something, per se? Well, he was supposed to have his first fight, had a neck or back injury or whatever, got that done. Then he finally had his actual fight. It was against Mickey Gall or Gale. Yes. And I mean, the kid's
fantastic, Mickey Gall.
Yeah, he is. He's actually a really, really, really good.
That makes sense.
MMA fighter.
Forget about what you've heard.
And Punk ended up having to tap out at 2 minutes into the first round. But I mean, considering that's his first ever MMA fight, and he's going against a guy that had some experience, I don't think it's bad.
No, I wouldn't say so.
Yeah, I mean, Punk's a pretty good. He's kind of polarizing. Some people can say he comes off as a jerk. Sometimes people love him to death.
Ain't that his point? He's basically an entertainer.
Right. I mean, and he's very entertaining when he's out there. He's very, very well spoken. I mean, he knows how to talk. He did a lot of commentary, on pre-shows and stuff for UFC and like the UFC version of like Sports Center kind of. And he's very well versed in it. I mean, he knows what he's talking about. And he knew how to sell that. I mean, he sold his fight. It was kind of like Conor McGregor, but not quite on the talent level as Conor McGregor in the MMA, but he knew how to sell the fight.
Okay, well.
But he did it more on a low-key kind of style. So
that's a good thing to find out.
Well, let's do this. We'll shift gears away from us being racist haters.